How can you make sure that the niche that you have considered, that you are considering, is actually going to bring some results to you? Well, there are a few points that you can consider. The first one is you can focus more on the audience rather than only selecting a specific niche or a specific product. What do I mean by that? As you can see here, there's the Wirecutter or the Vogue. Those are really successful blogs, and they often share some reviews, they share some product comparisons, they share some product descriptions and introduction to any different product and so forth. But the whole content of the website is not only focused on one specific niche. So for example, the Vogue doesn't focus on promoting only shoes. It focuses on attracting young office ladies who want to look beautiful, but they don't have such a great budget or anything of that, right? Also, you can decide whether you want to build your own brand. So most of the most successful affiliates, they're not just randomly sharing their product links online. They're building a true brand. How can they do that? As you can see here from the Wirecutter, they have defined the font, the color palette, the mission of their website. So they are definitely promoting content that is not just product reviews or product comparison. It's not just a bunch of links randomly shared online. They're also building a community around their own brand. So they're doing their own branding while also promoting their affiliate links and putting that into the content that they are sharing periodically online. And they are so successful because they can share lots of buying guides. As you can see, like buying guides for all sorts of products. It means that they are cooperating with a wide range of brands. And by writing these buying suggestions, buying guides, they make sure that the audience feels that they are really understood. In a sense that if I'm sharing, for example, as you can also see here, the Vogue, they are sharing the latest fashion trends. So you want to make sure that when you share this buying advice, it doesn't look as if you're just kind of understanding them, but you really want to make sure that you look like I really get you. So in case you don't really understand what are some of the needs from your audience, you can use some of the tools that we will see right now, or you can consider whether you want to outsource the content to any copywriter who has a stronger experience and better understanding of that niche and that audience. How can you actually focus on the audience in terms of the steps that you can take to make sure that you're actually considering them? First of all, consider the domain name in case you want to create a website, or the name of your Instagram page or TikTok channel or all of that. Because, for example, if your domain name is iloveshoes.com, but then a month later or a year later you realize that you don't want to promote shoes anymore. You want to promote coats, t-shirts, sweaters, pants, all of that. Then your domain name will basically limit the possibilities that you have to promote any other products. Of course, you can, but for the user, you will be the website that only promotes shoes, right? So my suggestion is, in case you want to start from a website or any social media accounts, just take some time to consider what is the best name for your brand. It could be something, for example, here you can see Gear Patrol. It is about gear, so it is about some tech gadgets or anything like that, but it doesn't really specify which gear they're talking about. So this gives them enough freedom to eventually pivot in the future. And also you can follow your target audience online. You can join some of the groups where you're sure that you can find some of your target audience and some of your target users. And you can understand what content they're sharing online, you can monitor your competitors, and also you can create what is called as a buyer persona. So a buyer persona basically is an ideal representation of who is the person who might want to buy your products or buy from the links that you're sharing, so buy the products that you're promoting. You can consider different aspects of this person, different traits. For example, you can consider some demographics data, so their age, gender, their income, education, and also what are some of the behavior, where do they usually check and compare products online, and also where do they live, what language do they speak, what are some of the pain points, what are some of the challenges that they are facing when they are looking for the best t-shirt or any product, what are they interested in, what are some of the causes that they want to support, any of that. It doesn't need to be 100% real, in the sense that you don't need to really find all of these details, all of this information for each person that you want to target. It's just like, if I consider this imaginary person that has these needs that I've found online, that I've seen many people mentioning online, well, I guess this person might be interested in buying this product. So if you have this target persona, this buyer persona, it will be much easier for you to create content for that specific person. A suggestion that I can give you is you can also consider whether any of your friends, any of your relatives, any person that you know might fit into that portrait, into that ideal customer. So that it's even easier for you. You can think, I'm not creating content for anyone, I'm not creating content for an imaginary person, I'm creating content for the specific person who I know. There are some tools that you can use to do that. You can use SparkToro, you can use SimilarWeb, as well as some buyer persona tools, including the HubSpot, Make Your Persona, and the SEMrush persona tool. They're all free tools, all three of them. So let's see more details about SimilarWeb and SparkToro and how you can use these two tools to better understand your audience. SimilarWeb is both a website as well as a free Chrome extension that you can download, and you can use that to understand more about the demographics of your audience as well as some of their interests. But more importantly, you can also check the same data but for other brands and other competitors. SparkToro, on the other hand, is another free tool which allows you to check what content is trending and who are the content creators who are trending in that specific niche, what hashtags they're using, what platforms they're using, and a whole bunch of other details.